Do that.
Whenever you're ready.
Boots to books. I speak to the people when I'm speaking for self. Perhaps I speak to the people because I'm seeking your help. If you're suffering from depression caused from reverse hatred, PTSD from mild to worse cases, or feel like the transition after the fight and back to the life you used to know, shaky like earthquakes, and it got you so hot that you feel you could torch Satan, Bruce and Manny got a course waiting. It's really worth taking. It's naturally hard to sleep at night after you cease the light for what you believe was right, and deep down inside you grieve the sight. You can do opposite action, maybe see a sight, and in time get out of the darkness and see the light. Then come home and maybe try to lead your life. You can be the type that would fight back if you were forced to, yet I heard tight cats keep it cordial, and I'm trying to be like that. Our depression can take us right back, blinding us like eclipse vision with no shades on, finding us haunted by permanent shadows like the sun stayed gone. Then we hold it in, making it easy to lash out, grieving the last jousts while we heated in rash doubt. We sign contracts, giving a mad spouse a reason to tap out. Life's a gamble and it's hard to tell when we should cash out. And forcing every hand tends to leave you assed out. Hopefully it diffuses to something we can laugh out. But the level of EQ is equal to the haze on the third eye lens that people tend to try to see through. Some simply see energy longing for empathy. Some seek sympathy. Others just label you as the enemy. So does that hinder me when my book is judged by the nothing but a cover, subconsciously seeing my brothers as the inner me? Maybe we tiring when we notice all these tendencies because they, like we, will be a perfect simile. So the shoulda, woulda, coulda, I'da viewed a guilty conscience often leads to a somewhat murmured, tipsy nonsense. Then it's a rock and a hard place in the go-between's nuts. We broke and eaten up and end up an angry alka-coca fiend lush, fierce and fearlessly searching for that dopamine rush. Sometimes we mix potent potions, drowning our sorrows, cast away in the past on rafts of hope and coping, full of hot air, barely maintaining the hope of floating in what seems to be the coldest ocean of broken motion. We see weeds in alien fellowships easily coasting, which gives us local notions of harpoons we can poke a hole in because misery loves company. They weather storms calmly while we try not to crash on reefs of grief, frantically searching for a dock to dump all of this stress and resupply on joy. We need to cut it loose now because it got us sinking and stinking thinking, but can't until we find something better. So we stay full of crap because we just don't want to feel empty no more. That's why we must converse when the subject's up for discussion, but hastily stepping into an argument is running towards destruction. It's hard to admit we come home and can't easily function, reliving in our own minds, creating counterproduction. It's cool, hang a sign on your forehead, under construction, and redesign a new train of thought for your head. Hopefully one that won't pollute your surroundings and is energy efficient with the laws of positive attraction. So we can look back in the trash bin like, man, what happened? And be glad it's past and move forward with a new plan of action. It takes a large effort to escape a hot desert and not react to folks when they be making odd gestures. Life ain't no joke and I ain't all jester. But if we don't let off pressure, then inside it all festers. We maintain the choice to be a victim or successor, the student or professor, live and learn or be forced to repeat the semester until we listen to the lecture. Constant progression comes from getting to know your stressors. The test ends in body bags laid on top of stretchers. Until then, enjoy the fruits of life. It's bittersweet nectar. So I'm glad they got a class now ex-recruits done took that improves the look on the rocky transition from boots to books. Thank you.